Oh, yeah. Can you dig it? Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Untethered Live show, chill stream, Friday night, bonanza. Trump wins everything. He won the popular vote. He won the not popular vote. He won the let's kill that guy vote. He won it all. He got it all. And he did it because he said he would. Take that, Dems. I know you're crying in your beer right now. I know it's going to suck for a little while, but guess what? When the money starts rolling in, you'll be a lot happier, I promise. Hey, everybody, how you doing? I'm Jake Johnson, and tonight we're going to talk about whatever the hell you guys want to talk about. I've been gone for a long time. It feels like I'm doing this for the first time. I'm actually nervous. See, my hands are shaking. How is everybody? Amanda says, hi, chat. Good to see you all. Happy Friday. I hope everyone had a good weekend. Good week. It's not a weekend yet. And hi, Jake, how are you tonight? Flabbergasted. How are you? Smiley face, heart. Amanda says, how about that Trump? Woohoo, MAGA. Go MAGA. Ba-da-da-da. Ra-da-da-da. That's all I'm saying. Linda Davis, you get the gold star. You're the first lady in the chat tonight. How are you, ma'am? Good to see you. She says, hi, Amanda and Jake, heart. Amanda says, Linda, here's your gold star. Hi, Linda. Turkey smiley face. Who else we got? Who's here? Patty Donahue. Is it Donahue? Donahue? How you say that? Patty. Hi, how are you? Good to see you again. Missed you. I missed all of you guys. That's all I can think about is getting back to my chat, talking to you guys. I missed y'all, but I had a good time. Good vacation. Amanda says, here comes the man of the night. Right. Tired man of the night. Walter Davis, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Much love. How are you doing? He says, good evening, everybody. Hi, Jake and Amanda and Linda. And Amanda says, hi, Patty. And hello, Walter. Walter says, hi, Patty. Patty says, peace. Amanda says, hi, Colin. Colin Hill, the Biddle's in the house. Hey, Colin, how are you, buddy? Are you doing good? Are you making good grades? Have you taken that girl out on a second date? How's it going? Tell me all about it. Amanda says, oh, yeah, can you dig it? Well, yes, I can. Patty says, sounds like some Soul Train shit. That's right. You know it. I grew up in that era. Soul Train, baby. Night at the Apollo. Hey, step back, wanna kiss yourself. Sit. Yes, it is. Colin says, past week, I've had problems with my anger. Well, hit a tree. That'll solve it. It'll hurt, but it'll solve it. By the way, tonight's episode is brought to you by this hot cup of coffee. Delicious. Don't you want to have a cup with me and talk about what's happened this week? If so, go to the kitchen, pour yourself a nice hot cup of coffee, and let's get this conversation rolling. If you don't have a cup, though, you can get one in the description below. I recommend the first one. It has my face on it. It's fantastic. Good to see everybody. Also, like, subscribe, share, support, join if you'd like to join, find out things you've never known before. And if you want to show a little love, super chats are available in the chat box. I do appreciate it very much. You can also hit that Cash App at $ Jake Johnson Band or PayPal at paypal.me/JakeJohnsonBand. Every little bit helps, and I appreciate that. Patty. She says the intro, that is. I got you. I hear what you're saying. Damn, I never see redneck says something in Russian. Well, guess what? You've seen it now, buddy. Welcome. That's just a peppermint patty, says Amanda. Peppermint patty, I like it. Had some dinner in my teeth, excuse me. Had a delicious stew for dinner and a cube steak. It was lovely. It was a home-cooked meal. First one I've had in a long time. It's very nice. Linda says, Walter, I thought you had a thing to do. I guess you're not coming home. Aw, I miss you too, Walter. Colin says, I just realized I might need a counselor. Did you too? Slightly. I did not do the date. Why did you not do the date, Colin? What is the matter with you, young man? She was primed and ready to go. All you had to do was take her out. Linda Davis says, oh, that's too bad, Colin. Try again. That's right. You miss, you swing, you miss, you try again. You get back up on that bull and something upwards. Penis. Anyway, Colin says, I realize energy drinks help me through the day. Well, I don't think you probably need those, Colin. You're young. Those are bad for you. It'll put hair on the palms of your hands or something like that. I forget. I read somewhere. I don't want to go. You don't want to go? Why? Amanda says, LOL, saving it for later, Jake. Gimme. That's right. Walter Davis says, I'm replacing light bulbs in the indoor arena, and Sarah has a horse show next weekend. Well, congratulations on the horse show. I hope she wins. So, what have you guys been up to? I've been building and building and building and cleaning and building and cleaning, pretty much, and eating. I did that, and sleeping, a lot of sleeping. Can't have enough of that. Tomorrow's going to be a busy day. I'm putting the final touches on the homestead. Won't be long. It'll be homesteadable. And when we get there, it's going to be great. Right now, we're roughing it. You know what that's like, don't you? You got a goat, Colin? I had a goat once. I don't recommend it. You should only have goats if you have enough area to have many goats. You shouldn't have one goat. That's really bad. Scrap prices went up. Yeah, but they're going to go up more. But guess what? Donald Trump won the presidency this week without even breaking a sweat. He is the president of the United States. Once again, just depending on who you listen to, the third time he's won. And congratulations to him and his family and his colleagues. They did great. Yo, 8 cents a pound. Cool. I've got about 8 cents. What do you think? If only everything worked that way. All right. Let's get into it. Fall prices, and drill, baby, drill. That's what Amanda says, and I agree. Drill, baby, drill. Let's get that money rolling. Let's get that pipeline open. Come on, we got stuff to do, Don. Have you had your phone call with Putin yet? Kind of wondering how that's going to turn out, and I hope it nips it in the bud just like that so that everybody in the media can lose their minds collectively that Donald Trump once again did exactly what he said he would do. Interesting. Do you think Donald Trump will fix our problems? Hoping. I think it's a very good possibility, Murdoch, and welcome to the show. Murdoch6501. Nice name. By the way, hit that subscribe button, everybody. It's free, and it helps us grow, and that's what we want to do. Yes, I think the possibilities are endless, and the chances are good that at least some of the problems will be solved post-haste, mainly the money one. John Smith says, fuck your subscriber button. Well, John Smith, you don't have to be here, buddy. How about that? I don't need you no more than you need me, so have a nice day. Amanda says, hi, Murdoch. Welcome. John Smith. With a name like John Smith, how could you be a nice guy? Parents were original, were they? Had a lot of things on their mind. Colin says, I want to visit Trump. Well, you can do that. He's like in every city, everywhere, all the time. I like face-to-face. Yeah, I bet you could. I bet if you went up to him, he'd talk to you because he likes kids. And I've seen him do that a few times. So, next time he's in your area, you should go see him. he puts on one heck of a show from what I understand. He's been here in North Carolina like 4 times in the past month, 4 or 5 times. Just insanely going all over the place. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris was taking days off because she was tired. Hey, John Smith, you have a chance to be here and have a conversation with people, or you can be a peckerhead and get kicked out of here immediately. Which is your choice? Because I don't have a problem with either way. Keep your insults to yourself, or they will be thrown back at you hard. Ban you now? You got it. You're banned. Colin says, I know he would like me. I believe he would, Colin. Oh, wah, wah, poor baby, says Colin. That's right, man. John just gone, just like that. Do you see how that works, John? Now you're an asshole that don't get to speak. That's how it works here. Murdoch says now that he has absolute control of the White House and the Senate. Oh, sorry, the House and the Senate. Did the House win? The last I checked, they were still counting votes. If the House won, that's fantastic. That means that we got the whole thing. Do you think we can close the borders and bring back businesses? Yes, I think we can. I think that's the first thing Donald Trump's going to do. Shut the border. He'll probably have to have a phone call with Putin and Zelensky, but other than that, I think shut the border, start the oil drilling, and start the pipelines up, and get the gas prices down, and everything will follow that. The energy prices go down, everything goes down by rote. So that's great. And I really think that's going to happen. If it doesn't happen, I'll be very disappointed. Me, You Fitness, welcome to the show. Do you think Secret Service can protect Donald Trump? I think if he hires outside of the House, yes. I hope he's smart enough to hire his own security, like a private team, like maybe some Navy SEAL guys or whatever, because I don't think the actual Secret Service are up to snuff, if you know what I'm saying. There's a little bit too much estrogen in the Secret Service. And you can call that sexist if you want to. Personally, when I have a doctor, I want him to have an Indian accent because I know that guy has spent his entire life in medical school. When I have somebody protecting my life, I want him to be big, stupid, and trigger happy. That's what I want. I don't want a female who can't body me protecting me. That doesn't make any sense. There's too much at stake. That's right. And welcome, Me You Fitness. Amanda says, hit me, you're welcome. Oh, sorry. Hi, Me You. Welcome. You got to say their name. I don't know what you're saying. At least capitalize it. I'm reading off the cuff here, man. You're making me look bad. No, you're not. I'm just kidding. My inability to read is making me look bad. Colin says, then do the oil drilling and gas prices. Oh, yeah. That's right. I think that's going to happen. Gabriel Rodriguez, welcome to the show. Hi. How are you? Good to see you. What say you about what's going on in the world? That's a good cup of coffee right there. Wombhead. Trump will be dead by January 6th, frown. Don't wish that, Wombhead. That's not a good thing to say. You should be ashamed of yourself for thinking like that. We want our president to succeed and be a positive force in the world. We don't want him getting murderated. Nothing going on, says Gabrielle. Well, there's some stuff going on. Shawnee Gothic TV says, Jesus was not white. No, duh. He was brown skinned. Well, actually, he was olive skinned because he was Jewish, not white. Where do you get your information? Who the idiot? Trump? ? Gabrielle. Now, you started out nice. If you're going to be an asshole, I'm going to kick you out of here. Very simple. You can be here and have a conversation with the people. Everybody's got an opinion, and everybody has a right to say it. You won't get censored here unless you start being disrespectful, and then I'm going to kick you out. Simple as that. This is a privilege, not a right. Amanda says, hi, Shawnee, welcome. And Shawnee Gothic says, okay, true. right? Carla says, Trump needs to stay strapped 24/7. I agree, he probably is. I know he's a gun owner. I don't know if he walks around toting it, but he could. Gabrielle says, I voted for Kamala. Well, that everybody can't be intelligent. That's okay. You do you, boo. Guess who won the Trump, though? See how I said that? Murdoch says, what are your thoughts on wind energy? I think it's a scam. Our man is against it, but I'm still on the fence. Well, here's the thing about wind. Number one, it takes up a lot of real estate. It's deadly to birds, and it's deadly to the other wildlife that they have to uproot to make room for those gaudy things. The metals cannot just be thrown away. You have to discard them in a certain way, which costs money. They only last about 10 years, and then they're completely scrapped. If it gets cold, they freeze up, and they don't work. And it's a big scam. They don't produce as much energy as it costs to produce them. And all the while, all of that stuff that has to be specially made is made by coal power. So it's defeating the purpose to even make one. It just doesn't work out. And unfortunately, I think probably the smartest route, which is a little scary, is nuclear power. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. It's the most clean, it's the most efficient, and it gives you the most bang for the buck if they can manage to build a system that will actually handle it. And Wombhead says, I am not confident they will protect Trump, but I love the man. Well, Wombhead, I'm not confident they will either, which is why I hope he's smart enough to hire a security team outside of the Secret Service. I hope he does that. Shawnee says, do you like country music? Absolutely. I love country music. I prefer the old country music better than the new, though. I don't like the new very much. Gabrielle says, okay, my man. Thank you. No FR. I don't know what FR stands for. And Amanda says, he sings country music, Shawnee. I do. I am a singer. That is what I do for a living. Quicksilver 1239, hello, says, at Untethered Live, I have a question. Do you think Democrats would have had a better chance with Marianne Williamson being the Democratic candidate? Well, I don't know who that is, but I would say if Mickey Mouse was the Democratic candidate, they'd have had a better chance. They literally got the dumbest person alive to run for office. Not smart. Shawnee says, okay, cool. And Colin says, hydropower. Yeah, it's just, hydropower works, but it's just not as efficient as other things that we have available. And why not use it if you got it? The blades are fiberglass, and that doesn't recycle. That's another thing. Yeah, you can't just discard those things. They have to go somewhere. And it's just a big pain in the butt. And they're an eyesore. So you go out to Texas and you see these big fields with endless wind turbines, and you know they're not working very well, and all you can see is wind turbines. It's not fun. One little power plant would service the whole place with nuclear power, and you wouldn't even know it was there necessarily, unless it melted down, which they could fix that now. In the 30s, they probably didn't know how, but now they do. Having had the benefit of going through a few shutdowns. Walters, I read that one. Oh, my chat jumped. Colin says, we have not done it yet. What's that? Made a sustainable energy source? Well, fracking is a good source. It is bad for the land, but it's really good for the economy. So I guess if you pick where to frack at and do it in a, strategically copacetic area, I think it'd probably be one of the best bets. Amanda says, hi, Quicksilver, welcome. Murdoch says, well said. Thank you, sir. Or ma'am. I don't know which. Either one. Thank you. Shawnee says, what's your favorite type of food? Chicken. Gotta be chicken. Me Fitness says, nuclear or nuclear? Well, I'm a southerner, so I say nuclear. I know it's nuclear, but see how twisted my mouth gets when I say that? And it just doesn't sound right. So I say nuclear. Either way, I don't care. I actually have an education, so if you want to check that, it's okay. Amanda says, hey, everybody, like and subscribe. We need the support. We are one of the few channels that will actually tell you the truth to your face, whether you like it or not. Quicksilver says, Amanda. Hi, Amanda, and thank you. I stumbled across this, and I'm just willing to have a conversation with anybody. Ha. Well, that's great, Quicksilver, and that's the perfect attitude for this kind of platform. That's what we do. I don't stop anybody from saying anything they believe as long as they believe it. But if you come in here with a bunch of nonsense, I'll boot you out. But other than that, I want to hear what everybody's got to say, including you. And thank you for the subscribing, Me You Fitness. I appreciate that. Welcome. Amanda says, you're in the right place, Quicksilver. We have great conversations here. Just be respectful and speak your mind. That's right. And we have all walks of life here, too. It's not just one particular group. You know, everybody thinks that I'm this big right-wing guy. I'm not. I let everybody talk. That's one of the reasons people keep coming back. Carla says, use streams of water to turn huge turbines and have that to power a generator. Yep, that's how hydro works. And it is a good source of energy, but nuclear's better. Amanda says, thanks for the sub, Fitness. Walter says, the Hoover Dam works pretty good. So does Niagara Falls Power Plant. Yes, they do. I'm not down in hydropower at all. The problem is we've got better sources of energy that we are not using. It's cheaper, and it puts out more energy. I really think we ought to stop trying to scare everybody with this nuclear scare, and I think we ought to embrace that kind of power and use it. It'd probably work to our benefit. Colin says, fiberglass blades can be used for concrete if they're ground up. Yeah, but you have to grind them up. That means you have to have a facility that's designed to do that, which probably runs off of coal power. See what I'm saying? Quicksilver says, Marianne Williamson ran for Democratic candidate in 2020 against Biden and Kamala. Oh, was that? I thought her name was something else. I think I know who you're talking about. Is that the one that was into crystals and stuff? I think I do remember her. Ran against Biden and Kamala Harris this year. And media and the DNC completely blacklisted her, and the biggest democracy scandal of the year. Yeah, they did that to Robert Kennedy Jr., too. They wouldn't allow him to primary. So they call our democracy, right? But they're the most undemocratic of them all. They'll cut you right. If you pose a threat to them, they'll get you. That's not very democratic. And that's not to say that we even live in a democracy. We do not. We live in a republic. Say the Pledge of Allegiance really slow and listen to what you're saying. Murdoch says electric cars, because I don't think they are good for us small folks that need to get somewhere daily. Yeah, electric cars is a big scam until they come up with a battery that surpasses the lifespan of a tank of gas. They're just not worth buying. They just cause too many problems. I predict that in 10 years' time, there are going to be lots and lots and lots of electric cars in junkyards or on the side of the road not functioning anymore. It's a lot of things that can break very easily and a lot of things that have to work just right every time you turn that thing on for an electric car to work. And chances are it's going to break. It's going to break a lot quicker than a GM would. And it'll take a lot more than a 9/16 wrench to fix it. I agree with you. For daily commuting, gas is just the way to go. It always has been. It always will be. Amanda says, electric cars are garbage and not going anywhere fast. Right. I mean, the Tesla's pretty cool. But it's pretty cool because it's flashy. But it's got a lot of things that are computerized. And if you know anything about technology, the smaller and cheaper and quicker things get, the more disposable they get. And it's very easy to break something like that. And it just looks like a headache to me. I wouldn't want one. Even if you gave it to me, I wouldn't want it. Quicksilver said, and I said it was a democracy scandal because they They coronated Kamala Harris, the Democratic candidate, as if she was the queen. Big mistake. Well, not only that, they didn't have a primary. She didn't earn one single vote. Not one of them. She didn't go on the trail. She didn't convince the Iowa caucuses and all of that. She didn't go through that. They just installed her. And she didn't raise any money. That war chest came from Joe Biden. He raised the money. Go figure she would lose. Bigly. Shawnee Gothic TV says, I love chicken too. What piece of advice would you give to young folks nowadays? I would say this, Shawnee. Avoid like the plague anything woke. Avoid it. Run from it. Shun it. Stay away from it. Those people are in a cult and they have lost their minds. Understand? You get up early. You work hard. You go to bed late. You will achieve everything you want to achieve in your life if you follow one principle. You put God first, you put your family second, and you put yourself third. Third. If you'll do that, you'll succeed. Stay away from the wokeness, though. It's a bad mind virus. And eat lots of chicken, Shawnee. Mika Davis, hello. Or is that Micaiah Davis? Where do rainbows go when they're in trouble? Prism? Ha ha. But that's a light sentence. Speaking of light, do you know what a light year is? It's the same thing as a regular year. It just has less calories. Ha ha. That's so dumb. I need to stop doing that immediately. Amanda says, hi, Micaiah. Welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Fab Daddy's in the house. What's up, Fab Daddy? My almond tomato salmon dinner was great. LOL. I just wanted to hear your version of those words. Almond tomato salmon? You got it. Doesn't sound very appealing, though, but I had cube steak and broccoli and potatoes. It was very nice. Amanda says, hey, Fab. Linda Davis says, Micaiah. Is that yours, Linda? If so, hello. Quicksilver says, I want to say thank you and show love to the mods. Well, the mods are doing an excellent job. They always do. They take very good care of this stream, and I'm very grateful for them. And you should see what they do when the cameras are off. Fab Daddy says, hi, Amanda. And Amanda says, LOL, Fab. Amanda says, thank you, Quicksilver. Bill Bennett's in the house. What's up, Bill? Good to see you, brother. Hey, guys, it's Friday. Glad to be alive. It's nice to be alive, isn't it, Bill? My nose is itching. I know what it means when your hands itch. What does it mean when your nose itches? Amanda says, hi, Bill. Amy Elizabeth, hello. Long time no see. How are you? How are things going? Are you doing good? Are you getting settled? Amanda says, hi, Amy. Turkey smiley face. Amy says, Weinstein. Goldsberg. Your turn. What are we talking about? You mean Harvey Weinstein? Eek. Gross. Carla says there's a place for radioactive. Was where they put the waste in the copper tube and wrapped in relays. I don't know what that is. And put it 1,300 feet in straight bedrock, where scientists believe haven't shifted for eons. Well, here's the problem with that. I'm reasonably sure the world is at least 50 years old. Other than that, I don't know about eons. Second of all, I don't think you should store nuclear waste on the planet you're trying to avoid nuclear waste being on. I think they should probably shoot that stuff in a rocket to the sun. Might make it, burn more. Hey, Quicksilver, thank you for the subscription, buddy. Appreciate you. And Amanda says, thanks for the sub, Quicksilver. And Colin says, eons is 1 billion years. Never. Amanda says, and what they don't tell you about electric cars is you have to take them to a dealership to get them updated. Hello, it's a computer. Yeah, can you imagine having to wait for the update on your car? It bothers me when my computer does it. And it stays at my house. Murdoch says, you're nailing it. Your thoughts on space travel and rockets? Why is Elon Musk investing in outer space instead of us here? Well, he's operating under the assumption that we need to be multiplanetary to survive the oncoming decay of the world we live in. Personally, I don't think it's possible to space travel. I think that everything out there is trying to kill you, and if you manage to get somewhere, then what? What are you going to do, really? Ain't a whole lot you can do. Look at it and come home, if you make it. I don't think it's a good investment at all, and I hate to say that because I'm a big fan of Star Trek. I love the idea of space travel. I love the idea of being out there exploring the universe at large. The problem is reality does not compare with science fiction. And everything is so far away out there that you would never get to it in your lifetime. Ever, ever, ever. It's not going to happen. It's not a thing. However, there are some deals with space travel that would be beneficial to us on Earth, such as mining the asteroid belt. If they could figure out how to do that with drones, I think it would be a worthy investment. Because there's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of natural resources that we don't have here. Pamik says, drill, baby, drill. Burn the planet, burn. Well, nobody's burning the planet, Pamik. Bill says, over $1 billion. And think they owe a few tens of millions, right? What are we talking about? Amanda says, hi, Pimmick, welcome. And Pimmick says, why would I out an imaginary Skyfather first? Why would you? Well, because he's not an imaginary Skyfather, Pimmick. Anybody with any sense, one brain cell, can look around and tell that all of this whole universe that we live in, has a function. And if it has a function, it's not random. If it's not random, it was put there. If it was put there, it was put there by something. Now, we can argue all day long about what that something is. I have my beliefs. Other people have theirs. But the fact that a God exists of some sort, that's pretty much obvious. And if you think it's wrong, you are way too educated and way dumber than you think you are. But that's why. Because if you put God first, he'll put you first. Quicksilver says, at Untethered Live, how did you feel about Nikki Haley? At first, I liked Nikki Haley when she was working in the White House with Trump. But then she started showing herself. And I found her to be a backstabber, a turncoat, to be whatever she can be to get power. And that's not a smart way to be. Shawnee says, I like your advice. If you could travel back in time, who would you like to meet? Myself, when I was about 15. Because I got some stories to tell that guy. Linda says, no, not one of my kids. Just a coincidence then. Amanda says, LOL, you're bad, Jake. Oh, what? You're just now figuring that out? I'm a bad, bad man. I'm not so bad. I apparently give good advice. Quicksilver says, wait. Are there low keys nude floating around? Are there low keys nudes floating around, LOL? Me? No. There are, but they're not on the internet. Amanda says, good one, Quicksilver. Bill Bennett says, they did that to Bernie in 2020. Shut him out like they did RFK and that that lady. I forgot her name now. Maria, something like that. Marina, whatever her name was. Williamson. Marianne Williamson or something like that. By the way, if you guys hadn't seen our new Facebook page, go check it out at facebook.com/UntetheredLiveFamily. All one word, UntetheredLive Family. Go check it out. It's a great place to keep up with each other and all things Untethered Live Universe. So go visit that immediately after the show. And Amanda says, it's Star Trek time. Not yet. We got time. Amy says, uranium has a half-life of 32,000 years. Yes, it does. Give or take, right? Carla says, Amy, so it has a total life of 64,000 years? No. That means that it starts breaking down at that time. Amy says, God's name is written in our DNA, and this is correct. Over and over again, YHVH. Don't believe me? Go look. Colin says, and that's not even the most radioactive thing on Earth. No, that would be the sun. It's not on Earth, but it affects the Earth, and it is very radioactive. Radioactivity just means it puts off heat or puts off energy of some kind, light. A light bulb is radioactive. Bet you didn't know that. There is cesium and rhodium. Yes, and those are very deadly. Amy says, if you need proof of your faith and God's existence, then you already lost it. Amen, sister. Well, I found that I had to find proof. Something was jumping on me. I found, as I was a young man, I had to find evidence of God for myself. And I went searching for it. And I spent 30 years searching for it. And I found what I was looking for. Now, I can share that with people, and I do on Sundays and Mondays. But for the most part, if you look, you'll see it. It's there. Shawnee says, if you could change one thing about your past, what would it be? I wouldn't. I tell you what, I think that everything that I've ever done, I did because I was trying to do the right thing. I didn't always do the right thing, but I was trying to. And those things that I did that were wrong taught me a lesson, and I learned from it. So I think that everything I've ever done worked in my favor one way or another. Either it taught me a lesson or I gained from it. So the truth is, I don't think I would change anything, but that's just me. Amanda says, it was me, LOL. Murdoch says, you're speaking truths, heavy question. How did you feel about patriots showing their support for our leader on January 6th? I think exactly what happened on January 6th is exactly what happened. I think people went to the Capitol to be part of what was going on there. It was a big election. And I think they thought Trump had it in the bag, and they were there to show support. And Nancy Pelosi couldn't wait to twist that into something bad. And they did that. Did I think it was an insurrection? Well, a bunch of old people that were not armed went to the Capitol building, who they thought was their Capitol building because they all pay taxes. And they thought that we the people are we the people. That's why they were there. There was nobody there to break the law. Some did. You could argue that those people were plants, but who knows? Who's ever going to really know? The truth is that they do things like that every day in every election cycle. They always have, and it's never been a problem before. It's only a problem now because they wanted to use it to terminate Trump from ever getting in office again. They failed, as you can now see. Colin says, Jake, what's the worst near-death experience you've experienced? I don't think I've ever experienced a near-death. Bill Bennett says the Harris campaign. Have any home movies of when you were young? Unfortunately, yes, lots of them. Amy says, it feels good to be unburdened by what has been. I'm glad we're finally unburdened by that crazy woman. Maybe we won't hear from her again. We should be so lucky. By the way, hit that super chat button if you guys are loving what you're seeing and you want to help out. Where's my other people at tonight? Where's April? April! Amanda says, LOL, Amy, right? And don't have to listen to that biatch hackle anymore. Archie Sonic says, yo, hi, what's up, Archie? Welcome to the show. It's awesome to have you here. Amanda says, hi, Sonic, welcome. And Shawnee says, would you ever do a meet and greet with your subscribers? Absolutely. If there was enough of them, I absolutely would. Or if you want to come to North Carolina, I'll meet up with you right now. Archie says, thank you, Amanda. This is a great place, Archie. I think you'll like it. Murdoch says, amen, brother. What is your hope for our leader's first policy when he regains control? Shut that border and drill, baby, drill. That's what we want. That's what we're looking for. Amanda says, you're welcome, Archie. You guys are so nice. I love having y'all here. We got 186 views already. It's nice. Shawnee says, I like you. You're funny and intelligent. I try. Thank you. I like you too, Shawnee. Amanda says, drill, baby, drill. Lower food prices, right? It's crazy the price of chicken right now. It's ridiculous. Colin says, my favorite song by Hank Williams is I Saw the Light. I saw the light, I saw the light. That's a good song. And talented, says Amy. Thank you. Maybe. Colin says, man, Trump is going to get rid of food stamps. No, he's not. Why would you think that? Food stamps has been a staple of this country since Lyndon Baines Johnson put it into action. Amanda says, very talented, Amy. Don't listen to these women. They're yakety sacks over the magic fingers. Shawnee says, who's your favorite stand-up comedian? Mine is George Carlin. I like George Carlin. I like Bill Burr. I think he's pretty funny. Joe Rogan's pretty funny when he does a good, special or whatever. I don't know. I used to love comedy. It was my favorite thing in the world back in the Jerry Seinfeld days. But they ruined it. That woke thing just destroyed comedy. FDR started the original food stamp, says Walter Davis. Thank you, Walter. Fab Daddy says, we are currently drilling more than ever before. Well, good. We need to keep doing it, and more of it. We'll see how gas prices are affected in a month or so. Murdoch says, another tough one. What's your thoughts on Ukraine? My thoughts on Ukraine is I could care less about Ukraine. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anybody from there. It's not my business. I didn't start that war. I'm not involved in it, and I wish they would pull our people out of it. And we need to worry about what's going on in this country and not so much what's going on in every other country. We're starting to look like the nosy neighbors or the HOA. We have way too much interest in what's going on in our neighbor's yard. Linda Davis says, are you going to sing for us tonight, Jake? Well, I'm a little winded. I'll try. What would you like for me to sing, Linda? Amy says, food stamps were supposed to be a temporary need, but unfortunately, people have it generationally. Yes. Unfortunately, they give it to a lot of people who don't really need it. I have no problem with food stamps. I think they're a great thing for people that need it. Walter says, Hoover wanted to, but the Supreme Court said it wasn't constitutional. So FDR packed the court. Interesting. And Walter says, hi, Bill. Amy says, it's not the drilling, it's the permits to store and transport the crude oil that's the problem. The leases. Right on? Yeah, I think that they're doing a lot of stuff that they shouldn't be doing. It just makes it harder. You know, when Trump was running it back in the day, his first term, he just opened up all of that. He said, no more permits, just do it. Just go do it. It was at that point it would take like 10 years to get a permit to build a bridge. 10 years to get everything in place. How can you do business like that? We want to be building bridges all over the place, like we did in the 40s. Amy says, people shouldn't be allowed to buy junk food with food stamps. I see what you're saying there. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I don't disagree with it either. I think there should be things in place for how to use food stamps. Like the WIC program, whatever happened to that? Is that still a thing? That was a pretty good idea. You get cheese and milk and formula and things like that. Things that people can eat. Shawnee says, I learn a lot from you, man. You should be a motivational speaker. Well, I am, Shawnee, kind of. That's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to motivate you to be a better, more successful version of yourself. More intelligent. Read. Get to know some stuff. Walter Davis says, hi, Fab, Quicksilver, Micaiah, Colin, Shawnee. And Bill says, hi, guys. I love the show. You're probably too far away from India, LOL. I'm a hermit. I only drive to work. Bill? That's all right. Indiana, not India. And Amanda says, yep, they still have WIC. I didn't know that. I hadn't heard of it in a long time, so I didn't know. Fab Daddy says, there are two main types of oil. Our refineries don't process our type of oil. Yeah, there's only two places in America, and I said this one time before and somebody corrected me, but it's a specific type of oil that they can produce in these two places. Murdoch says, hell yeah. Bannon and Floyd and Stone seem to be getting back to their places with our boss. Thoughts, good sir? You have it going. Well, I don't know much about Flynn, and what I know about Bannon, I think he's a warmonger a little bit. I think he wants to start the drama and profit from it. But other than that, I think he's got some good ideas. I think everybody's worthy of listening to if they say something intelligent. And as far as Roger Stone, I don't know that I've ever liked that guy. He seems a little squirrely to me. Fab Daddy says, hey, Walter. Amy says, WIC is still a thing for pregnant women, infants, and children. Well, that's good. And Bill says, I'm in Indiana. The chickens are free in the backyard. Just don't tell the kids till after supper. Ah. Right on. Walter Davis says, Fab, we do refine our own oil, and we use it too. Amanda says, LOL, Bill. And Shawnee says, I learn a lot from you, man. You should be a motivational speaker. I remember reading that already. Dwight K. Schrute says, Gibagool. I don't know what that means. Or Ludabeg if you read it backwards. Amanda says, hi, Dwight, welcome. Walter says, we refine oil, sand oil from Canada, Pennsylvania oil, Louisiana, even California oil. Interesting. But there's two places in Texas that refine a certain type of oil that I was talking about. But unfortunately, I don't know a lot about oil, so I can't really discuss it with any authority. I'm just basically using talking points that I've heard on TV because I don't really know. Maggie, hello. Good to see you. Amy says, but it's the suffering that makes the chicken juicy. Just kidding. You got to catch those little buggers and ring them. That's how they did it in the old days. My granny could do 2 at one time. Wring their necks. Amanda says, hi, Maggie. Linda Davis says, Dwight, Bologna. What is Gibagool? Murdoch says, let's keep this going, brother. Thoughts on J.D. Vance? He seems like a weasel. Called Trump Hitler and now is sitting by his side. Don't trust him. I think there's a reasonable way of looking at J.D. Vance in that manner. I do think he's a good dude. I think he was misled like everybody was. I think he believed in the hype just like a lot of people did. And I think a lot of people over the last year or two have been red-pilled, so to speak, and I think some of them are coming to their senses. Maybe J.D. Vance will turn out to be a good guy. I mean, he wrote a pretty good book, and he got a movie out. Maybe we'll learn more about him over the year coming and see what he does. I'm willing to give anybody a chance as long as they're working in that direction, in the good direction. Fab Daddy says, we export most of our oil and import from most of our refineries. Maggie says, how's all the guitars treating you? Oh, I love them. I use every one of them, Maggie. Have we had this discussion before? Because I do have a lot of guitars. Lots of them. Michael Overfield says, is this who I think this is? I don't know. Who do you think this is? Welcome to the show. Maggie says, yeah, I missed you opening them. I missed you opening them up. Oh, you're talking about the new guitars, the 2 new that I just got. Yeah, they're great. I've used both of them on stage already, and they're both fantastic guitars, and they will be appearing on the channel as we go, so you'll see them. Amanda says, a gabagool is a spiced ham. He's saying, you're a ham, Jake. He's not wrong. I am a ham. Mr. P, what's up, my brother? Long time no see, buddy. He says, hey, gang, I've been missing y'all, especially Dana. Yeah, where is Dana? I love me some Dana. Amanda says, hi, Michael. Welcome back. And hi, Mr. P. And Maggie says, no, from your sister. Yeah, the 2 that I just got. Yeah. I didn't get all of them. I only got 2 of them. I wish I got all of them, but I could only afford to bring 2, and they were overpriced, but it helped her and it helped me to get those guitars who belong to her father. So they're in the family, they're safe, and they're well taken care of and played. So that's a good thing. So it's worth the extra money. But I wish I could have got more of them. Michael says, I saw this a long time ago. I've been subbed for a while. Well, I'm glad you're here, Michael. Amanda says, we miss you, John. And Walter says, we import oil from other countries for 2 reasons. 1, trade deals with our trade partners. And 2, because we refine oil more efficiently than most countries can. All right. Michael says, thanks, Amanda. And Amanda says, Michael, you're welcome. Aren't you Kendra's husband? I don't think so. Maybe. Nope. Michael says, nope. Maggie says, oh, I thought it was a bunch. It was only 2. I got 2, and they were great. Both of them are great guitars. It's me. What's up? He says, hey, Jake on YouTube. Hey. Friday, my day. Veterans Day is Monday. Excellent. Happy Veterans Day. Michael says, I'm only 17. Oh, okay. My bad, Michael, says Amanda. Hi, it's me. Michael Overfield says, I'm glad to be here. Well, we're glad to have you, Michael. What's your thoughts on what's happening in the world? Angela Hoskins. Ashkins. Welcome. She says, hey, everybody. It's me says, hey, Amanda. Michael says, no, you're good, Amanda. And Amanda says, hi, Angela. Linda Davis says a gabagool is an Italian type of a bologna. Maybe he's saying I'm an Oscar Mayer wiener. You ever thought about that? I do have a Oscar Mayer wiener-like shape. Angela says, hi, Amanda. My best friend's funeral is Monday. Well, God bless your best friend. I'm sorry for your loss, Angela. I hope everything goes smoothly, and I hope that you know that your best friend is with the Father. And that's a better place than anywhere she's ever been before. Murdoch says, my wife and I are a little worried. Sounds weird, but we wanted to buy a Trump Bible and support the cause. But then we saw they're made in China. We want to support the Word of God. Please, some advice. Well, if you want to support Trump, buy a hat. It's probably made in China, but he gets the money. Buy one of those. If you want to support the Word of God, buy a King James Version Bible and read it. Or show up here on Sunday and Monday nights, and I'll read it to you and explain it to you. That's how you support. You support the things you love, and you support where you're taught. You tithe where you're taught. If you feel like you're learning something, pitch in. Simple as that. It's Me says, next Friday I'll be 67. Well, congratulations and happy birthday, It's Me. In a week. Amanda says, sorry, Angela, prayers. Maverick, I'm back, and Trump won. Yes, he did. My man. Amy Bordeaux says, hey, all. Hey, Amy. Welcome. Anonymous American says, Trump 2024. You're right. He won. Amanda says, hi, Maverick. Angela says, thank you all. Michael says, I don't know. I know a pastor said God told him Trump would win. Well, be wary of people that say things like that. You remember the commandment that says, thou shalt not take the Lord's name in vain? Well, guess what? When you say God said something that he did not say, that is taking the Lord's name in vain. And people do that a lot because they think it gains them favor in your eyes and you'll end up giving them money. I won't do that. That's not what God's word says. As far as I know, God does not follow modern politics. And if he does, all things happen for a reason. Michael says, buy a hat. Ha, ha, ha. Right? And Amanda says, hi, Anonymous. Welcome. Fab Daddy says, Oscar Mayer Baloney is the #1 ad jingle of all time. I dare you to argue. 2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese on a sesame seed bun. Touche. Amy says, hi, Angel. And Amy B. We got a lot of Amy's. It's a lovely name. Happy early birthday, says Michael. To It's Me. Amy says, hi, Amy. And Amanda says, hi, Amy. And Gear Jammer says, did you know kangaroos cannot walk backwards? They can't walk forwards either. That's a good tidbit, though. Michael says, yes, I do. I study the 10 Commandments. As you should, Michael. Hi, Gear Jammer. Welcome, says Amanda. I like the name. Michael says, I try not to break them, right? Don't break the 10 Commandments. They're very easy to follow. All you got to do is don't do bad stuff, and it won't come against you. Amy says, how come sometimes chat is on your video and other times under it? Or is it just me? I don't know. I don't have anything to do with that. That's all YouTube. Murdoch says, deep question. My best friend's son has just come out as gay. He's taking it hard, and it's tearing his family apart. God-fearing people and struggling. Advice? Love your son. Always love the sinner, but hate the sin. It's very clear, it's emphatic in the Bible that it is a sin. You should not partake in that sort of behavior. However, people are people, and people have the innate ability to sin. They're born sinners, in fact, and they will die sinners. The only hope you have is salvation. So, gay, not gay, doesn't matter. I'm not here to judge you. It's not my job. Love the child. Try to teach them correctly. Try to show them the error of their ways. And don't let up. Teach your children what you want them to know and stop letting the world teach for you. Amanda says, it's the way YouTube does it sometimes, Amy. Fab Daddy says, my baloney does not have a first name. No, he says, my baloney has a first name and it ain't Jake. No, it's baloney. Angela says, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. That's right. Well, I pulled that right out of thin air. I didn't have it committed to memory. Amy says, never enough Amy's. That's right. You can't have too many Amy's. Gear Jammer says, kangaroos can only sidestep and hop in a forward direction. Yes, correct. They cannot walk. 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. That's it, Amy. Angela says, hi, Amy, Elizabeth. Michael says, I love one another as I have loved you. That's correct. Love one another. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Very, very good. When Jesus was asked to basically distill down everything he was teaching, that's what he said. If you want to just take all of it in a big umbrella and do one thing, love your neighbor as you love yourself. That's it. If you'll do that truly, if you'll truly love each other, you won't break any of the commandments. My ear has gone wonky. I can't hear. Amy says, thoughts are not sins. Acting on those thoughts is a sin. Correct. Kind of correct. Jesus said that if you had murder in your heart, you were guilty of murder, whether you did it or not. So, some sins, I guess, if you think about it, is bad. CNCV, I like the name. CNCV. CNCV. You cannot please God and be a Democrat. True. Very well spoken, CNZ. Amanda says, hi, CNC, welcome. And by the way, newcomers, hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up. Come on, we need that thumbs up. There's 18 people in chat. There's only 13 likes. That math don't math. God made kangaroos like that on purpose. I don't know why, says Gear Jammer. Probably for speed. They're pretty fast. And they can kick back on their tail and kick you. Have you not seen that cartoon? CNCV says, it's 100% true. You can't stand for homosexuality, abortion, and take God out of everything and please God. Right. Those people have made a choice. They are in a cult of a different religion. And those people will pay the price for that different religion. Michael says, I've never hated one person, and I never will. Well, that's good, Michael. You shouldn't hate people. Do you think all Democrats think alike, says Fab Daddy. Me? No. Amy Elizabeth says, press the 3 dots for the menu and then thumbs up. Thank you, Amy. Amy says, probably so their kids don't puke when the ride goes backwards, right? That's why kangaroos don't walk backwards. Amy says, smiley, smiley. Hey, Linda, how about I play a song for you instead? I'm a little bit winded. I've been sick the past couple of days, and I hadn't got over it yet. I really don't want to use what little breath I have to try and cackle out a song. So how about let me just play this one for you. This is one of my originals. I hope you guys enjoy it. skies and fireworks. People laugh, people flirt all night long. But I just stare. So I drove down to the local bar where people come in their fancy cars to play their games. But I just stare. Then I saw you sitting there, all alone in that empty chair right next to you. I fell in love, oh baby. You looked down and you took my hand. You said, boy, I hope you understand that I'm not a girl that needs a man. I got my life and all my plans, and if you were there, you'd just be in my way. And girl, it ain't gotta be like this. I'd give you everything but just one kiss, and I don't care what you say. I fell in love with you anyway. Oh, Elizabeth, you take my breath away. At that bar where we first met, you smiled at me and my palms got wet, and you just looked away. But I just stared. You said, been in love and it never works. I always end up getting hurt, and I ain't doing that no more. There ain't no way. Oh no, 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 no. You stood up to say goodbye, grabbed your hand with a tear in my eye, and I just walked away. But you just stayed. But you looked down and you took my hand and said, boy, I hope you understand that I'm not a girl that needs a man. I got my life and all my plans, and if you were there, you'd just be in my way. Girl, it ain't gotta be like this. I'd give you everything but just one kiss, and I don't care what you say. I fell in love with you anyway. Oh, Elizabeth, you take my breath away.
All right. That is an original song from yours truly. I hope you enjoyed it. By the way, I put the link, I posted it at the top of the chat Click the 3 dots to pull up the menu and then follow the link. That'll take you to my Google Drive where you can download this entire album absolutely free. Only thing I ask in return is that you share it with somebody. Let somebody else hear the music. That's all I'm asking. Go download that album. It's yours. Or you can listen to it right there on the site if you want to. It's all up to you. Michael says, are y'all ready for Christmas? Jesus, no, I'm not ready for Christmas. I'm not ready for Halloween. Fab Daddy says, just so y'all know, there are some God-fearing Christians that are Democrats. Shh, don't tell anybody. Well, those might have a chance. But those also are uneducated because they haven't learned why they shouldn't be a Democrat. But they will be. Eventually, they'll get it. Amanda says, woo, yeah, baby, Elizabeth. Nice. I don't hold that against you, Fab Daddy. I love you anyway. Amy says, Elizabeth, yes. That's the name of the song, by the way, Elizabeth. It is on that album, so you can go download it. Amy says, Michael, my dog, got her Christmas dress today. You put your dog in a Christmas dress? Interesting. Michael says, oh, that's nice, Amy. I love Christmas. It's the time to celebrate Jesus' birthday. I mean, you can. He was probably born in September, but whatever. Linda Davis says, thank you, Jake. Linda, I apologize for not singing for you tonight. I'm vastly out of breath. I'm getting lightheaded just talking to you. That's why you see me taking all those deep breaths. So I'm trying to get past whatever it is I got. When I get past it, I'll sing my heart out to you. God-fearing, not God, whatever he said earlier. Faring. God-fearing. Yes. Must fear, show obeisance to the Father. That's how you do it. Reverence. Amanda says, I'd give you everything for just one kiss. Mwah. Very nice. Bill says, good night, guys. Try to see you for Bible study. Thanks for what you do. Sorry, no loot to throw at you right now. That's all right, Bill. That's fine with me. You're welcome here for free. There's no obligation whatsoever. Only if you want to, and only if you have it to spare, should you contribute to the show. It is your show, though, so I would think about it. Because if you don't support the things you love, they go away. I mean, that's just how it works. Amanda says, I fell in love with you anyway. It's a nice song, isn't it? I'm glad you like it. Michael says, good night, Bill. Amanda says, good night, Bill. Amy says, I never heard this. Well, now you have. What did you think? Go download the album. That way you can hear it all the time. Amanda says, it's one of Jake's original songs, Amy. Michael says, I think I heard it one night when I was here a while back. Probably. It does get played here a lot. Amy says, really? Awesome. Thank you. Amy says, oh, no. Got it, Amy. Amanda says, oh, no, heart. And Linda says, oh, no. That's their favorite part of the song. I don't know why, but I like it. Amanda says, LOL, Amy. Michael says, yeah, I love it. It's been a while since I've heard it. Well, I'm glad you love it. You can go download it if you wish. It's yours. I give it to you. It's my gift to you. I worked hard on it, so I hope you enjoy it. Amanda says, you go, Linda. Linda's got it. Angela says, yep, I'm never going to love anyone again. I'm just going to be me by myself. Well, that's not good. I love you, Angela, if that matters. Fab Daddy says, no, was my grandma's name. So this song is emphatically about your grandmother. No. Amy says, I always come in too early. Nah, you'll make it. Sorry, my chat jumped. I got to find where I was at. Here we go. Amanda says, Jake's album is pinned at the top of the chat for you all to download and enjoy. Amy says, I'm thinking it's from his heart for sure. It is. It is. Every song I write's from my heart. Amy says, thank you, Amanda. And Michael says, right, Fab Daddy, along with Hold Your Horses, her two favorite ones. Hold Your Horses? What's the other one? And Amanda says, definitely Amy B. Amy says, beautiful. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like it. Murdoch says, great song. What are your thoughts on adultery and pornography? Our leader and his wife have indulged in both. Is it okay for the rest of us? Well, it wasn't okay for them. Why would it be okay for the rest of you? Just because a person does a thing does not make it right. Nobody ever said that Trump was a perfect man. He is not. He's far from it. I'm sure he's done quite a few things that were sinful, and I'm sure you have too. And I'm sure I have too. I think for the most part, it's none of our business who they get up with in their private lives. Amanda says, one day someone will get me, and on time, LOL. One day somebody will catch her with it on, and they'll get it at the right moment. Wah, says Fab Daddy. Amanda says, smash that like button if you like the song. Just a tip. Just tickle it a little. Joshua Nix, Trump 2024. Thank the Lord above. Joshua, welcome to the show, and thank the Lord above. It was about to be a really bad next 4 years. Amy says, clothes for all occasions. She's so cute. Aw, your little dog. Amanda says, hi, Joshua, welcome. Sorry. Shawnee says, man, you're a great singer. I'm in the kitchen right now cooking. Are you a good chef? I've been known to cook a thing or two. I think I'm all right. What it is I vote we kick coffee and Mountain Dew out with the rest of the trash that Trump is going to take care of. Hold on now. I'm sorry what it is, but we can't agree on that one. It's me says, what is your soon-to-be wife's name? Is it Elizabeth? Not a chance. My soon-to-be wife's name is Amanda Banhammer. Michael says, yeah, but it's like celebrating a couple of days before or after your birthday. Yep, I understand that. It's the sentiment that matters. As long as you put Jesus first, I'm sure he doesn't care when you celebrate his birthday. Because it's really impossible for us to know exactly when his birthday was. The traditional sense of Christmas is not about Christ, though. It's about self. It's about indulging oneself. But you can make it whatever kind of day you want. I always just read the Bible with my kids and took the time to appreciate the gifts that God has given us and make sure that they understood that tradition and not the Santa Claus thing. And Amanda says, hi, what it is. And Mark Gibby's back. He says, I dread the commercialized way this country does Christmas. Have a wonderful weekend. See you soon. Thank you very much, Mark. Thank God he isn't finished with us yet. And Trump is in. That's right, Mark. Thank God. And Amanda says, hi, Mark. And Gold Rush, welcome to the show. He says, Trump's about to clean out the swamp and the deep state and expose them mothers. Gold Rush, you are absolutely correct. I like your name. Amanda says, hi, Gold Rush. And Michael says, I definitely enjoy it. Chat jumped. Mark Gibby says, hello, everyone, and good night. Be safe and God bless. Get some rest, Jake. I'm working on it, buddy. I'm working on it hard. I'll get some rest soon, like in about 3 minutes. Gold Rush says, hi, Amanda. Fab Day says, have you heard of the B4 movement? It's new and dumb. I have not heard of it. B4? Like before? I've heard of the B4 Android, which is Data's brother and Lore's brother. But I haven't heard of a movement. Michael says, no. Dakota Wright says, hey, good evening. Hey, Dakota, good to see you. Michael says, what's the other one? No was the other one? Oh, Mark Gibby hit me with a $1.99 super chat. Thank you very much, Mark Gibby. God bless you. I appreciate you very much. Nothing to say here, just $1.99. I appreciate it. Amy says, I love you, Angel Eye. Aw. Fab Daddy says, it's where women are shaving their heads because Trump won and are abstaining from sex. Well, to be quite honest with you, I don't want to have sex with a bald woman. So, you're doing yourself a favor. A bald Democrat woman. Don't want it. It's not my thing. Amanda says, hi, Dakota, and good night, Mark. Michael says, what monkey see, monkey don't do, Murdoch. Monkey see, monkey do. Amy Elizabeth says, if they're shaving their heads, I don't think they'll have to worry about having sex. Right, my exact point. It's like them girls that grow their armpit hairs out, and they say, what? They have a pink hair and armpit hair. I'm sorry, it's not attractive. Amy says, have a great night, all. I have to finish up the horses. Well, Amy, thank you for being here, and God bless you, and enjoy those horses. And thank you for liking the song. Dakota Wright says, Amy Elizabeth. Amanda says, LOL, Amy. And Amanda says, good night, Amy B. And Fab Daddy says, that's why they are shaving their heads. It's like No Nut November. No, it's not like No Nut November. No Nut November is where you don't nut for the entire month of November, but you're not shaving any of your body parts. That's weird. That's a protest I don't understand. What are you protesting? Donald Trump has hair, therefore I'm shaving mine? You're not going to get yourself laid that way. That's all I'm saying. Angela says, I love you, Amy S. I love people, but I don't trust my judgment to be in love with anyone. Well, you know you better than any of us do, so if you don't want to be in love, you shouldn't be. But I recommend strongly you do not live throughout this world alone. It's not good for you. Trust me, I know. Amy Elizabeth says, live long and prosper, Dakota. I gotta have my coffee. Here you go, Angela. This is with you. I drink in solidarity with your choices. Dakota Wright says, amen. Michael says, oh, I definitely do. Put Jesus first. Well, that's all you got to do, buddy. And Amy says, congrats, you two. Thank you. Thank you very much. Amanda says, thank you, Amy. Colin says, Jake, how do I clean the inside of a microwave? You do not. You tell your mother you want it cleaned, and then she'll get a bowl of vinegar and microwave it. Dakota says, hey, Michael, what it is says, hello, everybody. God is good all the time. Yes, he is. Not 20% of the time, all the time. Shawnee says, what do your kids think of you now that they are grown up? I have no idea. I'd have to ask them. How do you know my kids are grown up? Are you one of them? Michael says, yep, my mom doesn't do that. I just hate that she doesn't teach them anything about my nephews and nieces. I understand what you mean there, buddy. Amy Elizabeth says, Colin, get a glass jar of apple cider vinegar and water and put it on high for 10 minutes and then wipe it clean with a cloth, a dry cloth. I would still tell you to get your mother to do it. You might microwave your head or something and you'd be in trouble. What it is says, he who has not thrown the first stone, right? Cast the first stone if you haven't sinned. He who is without sin cast you the first stone. That's how it goes. Amy says, thanks, Mark. Yes, thank you very much. And Amanda says, thank you, Mark. Mark says, keep up the good work. Thank you. I will. Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I will be there working my little tootie off. Murdoch says, do you think we are on the eve of greatness or destruction? I feel it's destruction and then the great rebirth, like the flood in the Bible. I think that those times are cyclical. It's very likely that we're on the verge of destruction and rebirth. It's also very likely we're at the end of the time, and we're getting close to the culmination of all things talked about in Revelations. And if that's the case, just keep doing what you're doing. It'll happen when it happens. Mark says, you're most welcome. Thank you. Fab Daddy says, 2 and 5, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite. Amen. Me too. I'm about to head that way. Amanda says, yuck, a long armpit hair and got the nerve to wear a damn tank top or a bush and wear a bathing suit. Gross. That's why we have Republican women, because they're hot and everybody knows it. The Democrats can't stand it. Amanda says, good night, Fab Daddy. Amy Elizabeth says, it's easier to grow out leg hair and braid it. Just kidding. Or am I? Ha-ha. You might have a little Congo going on down there, you know what I'm saying? Going commando for real. Amanda says, LOL Amy. Michael says, hi, Dakota. Amy says, Sasquatch leggings. Au naturel. You know, they make buzzers for things like that. Zzz, just done. And play the saxophone. That's a weird thing, to have hairy legs and play the saxophone. Interesting. Michael says, I meant to say Jesus. Yep. I knew who you were talking about. Shawnee says, that's a good point. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be? I'd like to see Scotland. I hear it's beautiful. Michael says, anything about Jesus to my nephews and nieces? Right. That the parents are not teaching their children the traditions that they were taught. Right. I understand. It's a bad sign of the times. People are doing that less and less these days, and it's actually showing in our society quite prevalently. That's where this woke mind virus comes from, the lack of instruction in actual knowledge. You ever heard of Mississippi Squirrel? Oh, yeah. The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church. Amy Elizabeth says, John 3:16. That's right. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever shall believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Very nice. Amanda says, yes, he has, and he sang it before, Michael. Amy Elizabeth says, one in the bush is better than, yes, one in the bush is better than 2 in the hand. This is true. Although if you have two in the hand, you might be looking for something other than bushiness, if you know what I'm saying. Patty says, thank you, peace and air, America, America, smiley face. Thank you, Patty. God bless you. We love you. Murdoch says, thank you for this. I found this by accident, and it was a pleasure. Nice to know that all is well in the world. Well, thank you, Murdoch, and I hope you come back. We're here 5 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All at 8:30 except for Sunday. That's at 8 Eastern Standard Time. Come watch us. Sunday and Monday we do Bible study. And Saturday we do Politics, which is a show about politics, which rarely touches politics. And the rest of the time we're just chilling, baby. Patty says, OMG, hi. Can you sing me happy birthday? My parents forgot about me. I'm so neglected. Well, Patty, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Amy Elizabeth says, you've never seen the video of Sasquatch playing the saxophone? It's hilarious. I have not. Now I need to see that video. Amanda says, hi, Patty, too. Welcome. Michael says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, for whosoever believed in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. This is John 3:16. Very good, very wise quote from the Bible. And Amanda says, you're welcome anytime, Murdoch. Come back and see us. Michael says, yes, sir, I love that song. Thank you. Shawnee says, I like Scotland, too. I have to go now, man, but I'll catch you next live stream. Peace. Peace, Shawnee. Thanks for being here. Please do come back and see us. Mark says, Diddy party. Diddy, 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 diddy. Amy says the government executed a pet squirrel, I guess, and a pet raccoon. That's terrible. Amanda says, good night, Shawnee. Come on back anytime. And Linda Davis says, Amy, I was going to respond like Jake did, but I remembered we have Younger in the chat. Right on? Exactly. All right. We made it. It is 10:05, and I'm going to bed. I've had a long day, and I got a long day coming. But I'll see you guys tomorrow night for some politics right here on Untethered Live channel. Come see it. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to hit all the hard subjects and topple all the topics and unseat all of the unsanitary undulants. Something else with the letter U. Anyway, have a great night. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for waiting for me during my absence. I am back, and we're right on schedule. Have a great night. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Linda Davis, good night all in chat, says, thanks, Jake. You're welcome. Thank you. And Amanda says, good night all. See you tomorrow night at 8:30 right here, Eastern Standard Time for Politics. Michael says, good night and God bless and feel better. Thank you. I'm trying. I'm working on it. I'm getting there slowly but surely. Never eat scallops in Florida or from Florida. Something like that. Walter says, good night all. God bless and thanks, Jake. You're welcome. Thank you. I'm scratching because I did insulation today and I'm itchy. Ugh. Michael says, ha, ha, ha. All right. That's it. I got to go. Thank you guys for watching. Be nice to somebody while you're out there in the world. Do something good. Leave something positive in your wake as you go traveling through the universe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.